Senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams traveled aboard a NATO warship in Europe, where America's allies are preparing for a possible conflict with Russia.
The Italian military gave us a ride in one of their helicopters, dropping us off on board a British aircraft carrier, HMS Prince of Wales. This is the NATO alliance in action. A military exercise bringing the US together with its allies, practicing long-range strikes and fighter jet missions. It's crucial because of ongoing Russian aggression, including incursions into NATO airspace with drones and fighter jets.
I see those activities as intended to stress the alliance.
General Alexis Grinkovich is NATO's supreme allied commander in Europe and an American four-star general. He recently warned that NATO needs to be ready for the possibility of two conflicts with Russia and China by 2027.
Is war with Russia and or China inevitable?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Our main goal is to deter that conflict from ever happening.
And is NATO ready?
We're ready today. We'll be more ready tomorrow and even more ready the day after that.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine has dragged it into a military quagmire, thought to have killed hundreds of thousands of Russian soldiers. General Grinkovich told us NATO's watching closely.
They've shown that they're willing to take tremendous risk and incur incredible losses to meet their national objectives. Therefore, the alliance needs to be ready to deal with an actor that has that kind of mindset.
General Grinkovich told us the US and NATO are also learning from Ukraine's military as it defends against Russia, including on drones and artificial intelligence.
Shalom. We're back with another lesson. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechahakwadash, to the apostles and elder bishop of Great Millstone. I'd like to get double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect. We're here with a lesson I'm going to call Peace is no longer an option. There is only war. And as we've seen in the video, NATO is getting ready to go into war with Russia and possibly China, because you know they're best friends. America is trying to act like they're gonna stop this war and trying to have peace talk. But we all who are in the truth, or unless you're new to the truth, know that the time of peace is over with. There will be no peace. There will only be war, because we're in those end time, those end days that the Bible speaks of. And we all know part of the prophecy of the end times, where there will be wars and rumors of war in Matthew 24. And we understand these nations are preparing for war, because if there was peace, what would be the point of doing joint exercises and with other nations' military for war? If you can just talk it out and hash it out and it'd be over with already, why are you preparing? Why are you getting yourself together? Why are you getting your armies in together in cooperative ventures so they can get better acclimated with each other, so when wartime come up, they know how each other act? Why is that? Where's the peace in that? If peace could be just brought about, none of this would be needed, really. But that shows you how much the governments of the world are lying to their people, especially over here in the Western society, that there is no war that's about to go on. There's a major war that's about to happen. The third war, or World War III, as the world like to call it. It's about to come down. It's about to happen. And there's no stopping it, as you can see. If Trump had the power to talk this out with Russia, they wouldn't be preparing for war. So let's go ahead and get into the scripture. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, we're watching the third woe come quickly. As much as they tell you um, peace and safety, that this war ain't gonna happen, but you see them preparing because they already know it's about to be here. That third war is about to happen. And there is no stopping it because Yahweh Bashim Hawashai has power over the leader of these nations. And he's guiding them to this third war, to this third world war where everyone is about to fight. Because there will no longer be peace in these times. Let's see. This is the AMPC. The second woe / calamity has passed. Now the third woe is speedily to come. So yeah, that third calamity, that third world war is knocking right here at the front door of Babylon the Great and the other EU and NATO nations. There's no stopping this. There's no peace. There won't be no, you know what? I was wrong all these years. You right. Let us end this crazy war with Ukraine and we're just gonna be best buds again. No, that's out the door. We're gonna go into these times of war. So you see the heathen getting their weapons together. You see them training together. You see them being more cooperative with each other because really the line is in sand. This side versus this side. NATO and the EU versus the BRICS. This third war is about to go down, man. There is no stopping it because it's biblical prophecy that this will happen. We'll get that. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And we know the word revelation going to reveal. So the revealing of this third world war, this vision, is gonna happen, man. We're almost in that appointed time, that allotted time that Yahweh Bashim Hawashai has set up for this third world war to start. Though it tarry, wait for it. Right now, it might not look like it's really going anywhere. They're just everybody talking and pushing each other and looking in each other's face like wrestlers. You know how they had those things where both of them had a mic and they just talking back and forth and they looking in each other's eyes menacingly like they're about to fight. Yeah, though it tarry, though it look like it ain't about to happen, wait for it. Why should you wait for it? If it's not gonna happen, because it is. Because it will surely come, see? And it will not tarry. It will not wait. It will not hold up. And we're seeing it starting to speed up more and more every day. That it's not tarrying, man. First it was just Russia and Ukraine. Now Russia been throwing threats toward the EU. You see them? That's why they, in NATO, that's why they getting prepared. Because they understand Russia ain't playing. Putin ain't playing. He ready to throw hands. It's up there with him. He can care less. It's up there. The Lord will put a spirit on him to where he like, hey, whenever y'all ready, I'm ready. And you know China and the rest of BRICS are going to back him. So if it pop off with Russia and NATO, you know the rest of BRICS is coming. And with the rest of BRICS, hey, and NATO together, they're going to be a third war that's about to come. As I said, this vision is for an appointed time. And we're almost in that time. And it's speaking loud and clear that the third war, which was talked about in Revelation 14, is about to happen. So that's why you see all these countries coming together, getting their weapons, preparing their armies. This is Joel 10 and 11. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. See, they're preparing for battle. They're getting their weapons of war ready. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about. thither, caused the mighty one to come down, O Yahweh. So Yahweh Bashim Shai is about to have all these nations going to that third woe, come down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, where we know he would judge them for the things that they done against his people Israel. But this is what's going on. The nations are preparing their weapons. That's why they're doing these joint exercises. Like I said, if it was really peace, it was really love, and nothing was going to happen, you wouldn't have to do joint exercises. But you got to prepare. Why? Because Yahweh Bashim Shai got that spirit of war in the air. And we know it's going to be more than just nation against nation. There's going to be civil wars, people against people, the political wars we're watching over here in America. Heck, moral wars. People that have morals and those who don't. There's many wars that are going on, but this third world's war, that third woe that a lot of people don't want to say is going to happen, it's coming to a forefront now. It's coming to a head. It's going to happen. It's going to start. So the rest of you people about to get ready. At that time to play around and be in a mirthful spirit and having peace is over with. We are in a time of war, and Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to make sure that war has happened. And we're going to end out here. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Then we're going to jump to 8. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. See? That's a purpose for this, as it said. That vision was for an appointed time. We're in that season when that appointed time is about to come. Verse 8, a time for love and a time for hate, a time for war and a time of peace. We're no longer in that time of peace. We're in that time of war. And Yahweh Bashim Shai is making good on his promise that third war will happen. You know, as we watch these nations prepare, come together, beat their plowshares and swords and their pruning hook into spears, Salakia, and preparing for war. It's gonna happen because this is the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And he had his prophets write it down so it can be said. And we know the Lord is not a man that he can lie. So for those who don't think it's not gonna happen, hey, better get your head out your ass. Because Yahweh Bashim Shai is about to make this thing pop when it's appointed time for it to come out. But that's all I had on this quick little video. I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Shalom.